Hey, Kano. How are you doing, bud? I hope you're doing well. I will see you on after ad break. Oh my god, husband stream. Hi, Lloyd. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I believe you were playing a bit of League the other day. How was it? I didn't get to finish watching the streams. All right, welcome back. It's off. Okay, so yeah, since I graduated from uni, got my diploma, bachelor's degree. I can stream now while I'm job hunting. So, since ad break has ended, let's get right into the meat of things. So the last time I've played this was like 3 days ago. I'm still trying to get a routine going where I stream and search for jobs in the day, stream in the evenings, and hopefully I can get a better routine going where I did not get a new mic actually. I tinker around with the audio settings though. I don't know. You got to tell me, is it better or worse? because I'm like speaking directly into the mic now for a better quality. Usually, back then I used to speak forward. I don't know if it means anything. Yeah, I used to speak towards the screen and not towards the mic. But right now, I am starting to speak a bit more towards the mic, so that y'all can hear me better. Now that I'm not thinking of going, like, trying to stream as a career, I can focus on, instead of appearances, I could focus on speaking more into the mic. I don't care, like, I wouldn't care about what my face tracking looks like or anything. So I can think about looking towards the mic and speaking straight into it better. What's going on? Hey Turtle, how are you, my friend? I hope you're doing well. How are you? Have you been playing Cobblemon on Zavi's server? I haven't touched Cobblemon or Minecraft in a while, so I wouldn't know. But I hope that you and everyone else are having fun over there. You have? All right. And you know, once I get a job, when I get my financial situation straight, I can put aside more money into making the stream better. I could put aside more money into making more emotes, getting probably a re-rig. I don't know. Starting day had like 30 people. Whoo, that's a lot. But like, I like, there's stuff that I want to get to make the streaming experience better. Probably like a second computer so that I can have that focus on gaming. One for gaming and one for streaming. That way I could connect it together with like a capture card or something. Like that and stuff. Holy moly! I bet there's more. I bet there's more people on that server now, right? 30 is a lot. Do more for you rather than as a career. Exactly. I mean, I did want to do this when I wanted to do this, do streaming as a career, but now that I'm taking a step back, like, okay, no, before then, doing this as a career, quote unquote, I was so worried about managing finances, managing the finances I gained from streaming into like living expenses and like improving stream. But now that I've graduated and now that I'm looking more into getting a standard job with a better pay, I can worry less about the finances coming from stream, and I could put more. That actually lets me put more into stream. Funny enough. So this is, I guess, the better outcome for for me. So yeah. Hold on. That's pretty much how things went down. Those are the facts of IS-7 as far as I'm concerned. Let's let me remember the facts of the matter. So what happened was we had a flashback where we got sidelined by Von Karma, and now we found traces of blood and chocolate inside the fountain back then, and now we're in present day. Okay, sorry, I had to catch myself up on the game, trying to figure out what part we're on. This is a fresh playthrough for me, so I have no idea what the story is. I just know that the IS-7 case is directly involved with Miles Edgeworth's dad. It was his last career before he got killed by Manfred von Karma, and this is the case that leads up to it, and now we're re-investigating the case 18 years later. So that's fun. Alright, let's get back into the game. I'm finally learning the truth about my father's last case. So what happened at the trial? Well, we lost. Von Karma did a real number on us. Really? You couldn't prove that Mr. Tangaroa was innocent? Oh, we could prove it alright. Had a decent little pile of evidence in our favor. Problem was, we underestimated Von Karma. He fought even dirtier than we'd fear. Oh yeah, this is the case where we, like, Gregory Edgeworth lost the case, but he did a huge blow on Manfred Von Karma's reputation because he put in question Manfred Von Karma's, methods, and basically accused him of fabricating evidence. Which, crazy enough, we have seen a lot of fabricated evidence in our gameplay, in game. And not just from the bad guys either, but from the good guys as well. I can imagine. Secure a conviction at all costs. That was always his guiding principle. Heh, yeah, ain't that the truth? So what have y'all been doing, chat? I've been gone a bit too long. It's been like a year. I remember when I first streamed it, it was almost literally a year to the date since I last touched this game. So now that I'm done focusing on schoolwork and stuff, I passed all my classes, I finally got to graduate, I got to walk and all that, I can focus on, I can play games now again, like without, like, guilt-free. But that's all I've been doing. So how's y'all's year been, since it's like the last 2-3 days of the year? How have y'all been? How have y'all been holding on in the year? I hope it's been good. If it's not, let's hope that it's gonna go well next year, right? All right, back to the game. I'll never forget the day the verdict came down, December 28th that following year. Today's the 29th, by the way. It's April now, so ooh, mama, we're talking over 17 years ago. Time sure does fly, huh? December 28th. I was there that day 17 years ago, sitting in the courtroom gallery. Yeah, bud. Just before the trial got started, Gregory noticed that Samson was looking even worse than usual. Turns out the poor guy had finally reached his limit. It was so bad, he even said he wanted to be found guilty. Wait, you mean they forced a confession out of him? Yeah, Von Karma got what he'd been pushing for from the very beginning. Oh, poor dude. And when Gregory tried to drop the bombshell about there being no body to speak of, he learned that Von Karma had used the power of the police to head him off at the pass. Even had himself a fake autopsy report, but that wasn't the end of it. A model of Bulldog? No! Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Isaiah. Well, I guess it's time to go shopping for more Bulldog, right? Anyways, how are you today? I hope you've been well. You know, I hope you've been taking care of yourself this past year. The habanero lime Bulldog in Canada. Oh, so you moved out. I'm happy. I'm happy for you. That means you're away from all that toxicity, and I'm glad that you're in a better place. That sounded like you're dead. You didn't die. I hope that you're living well. I hope that you're doing well outside of that toxic sphere. Wait, what? Okay, I don't know why I thought that you lived on the East Coast of the United States. I thought my bad. I thought you were living in like Massachusetts or West Virginia. Or Virginia, like that area. For some reason, that was yeah. For some reason, I had thought that. My bad. You're Canadian. Okay, good. I'm in the Maritimes. Okay. I apologize. That's funny. That's funny and hilarious and like hilariously embarrassing. Um, but I hope you're doing well. I hope you've been taking care of yourself, and I hope that your year has been pretty good to you. All right, let's get back into the game. Even had himself a fake autopsy report, but that wasn't the end of it. Von Karma had gotten Sanson to falsely testify against himself to being an accessory to murder in court. Combined with his confession, the poor guy's goose was well and truly cooked. I want my Satan gift to be easier. Holy moly, holy moly. Have you, like, woo! I remember you showing me that last stream. And you said you were 3 hours in last time. Now you're 6 hours in? Oh my god. I finished 6 grids. Hey, that's good. That's more than what I would have done in 6 hours, man. I would have been too caught up with rules still. But yeah, 6 grids. That's from. Hey, Seaweed. Are you acing being an attorney? I am. How are you, Seaweed? I hope you're doing well. I hope the year has been treating you well. And I'm good. How are you? I'm doing great. Now that I've graduated, now that I'm streaming, playing video games again, I am feeling much better. This year. You graduated? Yeah, I graduated. Aha! I am no longer an undergrad. I finally graduated after 10 years of switching majors and switching universities. 10, yes, 10 years. Well, I guess it's almost 10. No, yeah, 10 years. Well, it's actually more than 9.5, but 10 years. But yeah, oh my goodness, I took so many breaks. I swapped majors twice. I went to 4 different universities. I spent half my life studying. Yes. It was tough. It was tough. And I gotta say this whole year, I think has been the toughest year of all time in all college. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Your last year of college is gonna be your toughest year because of your capstone project and all that. But I tried uni, but I was like, nah, this is stressing me out. Yeah. I can sympathize. University stressed me out a whole ton. This final semester. I remember taking like 8 hours of sleep over the past 3 days because I was working on our capstone project. Like, if that doesn't stress you out, nothing will. But like, that was a culmination of everything I've learned in class. Like, what course did you settle on in the end? IT, information technology. So I know a lot of technical stuff. I know some cybersecurity. I know a lot of project management. But you know, which is funny because when I learned IT, it's gonna steal our taxes. That's not what information technology is. IT is a lot of tech support stuff. If I wanted to be a CPA, then I might be stealing your taxes. But no, I don't want to do anything with money. Truly, I wanted to be part of like the technical side of things. So I know a lot about troubleshooting. I know a lot about maintaining the intranet. Yes, if you try turning it off and on again, it's so funny because like 50% of the problem is gonna be solved by turning it off and on again. Sometimes you need a hard reset. Sometimes you need a soft reset. Uh, but turning it off and on again will fix it 50% of the time. Like the other 50% is gonna be either a problem with your hardware, probably outdated software, probably your internet settings. There's a lot of good reasons why something might not work. And I like to troubleshoot why. That's actually part of the reason why I went into IT, so that I could figure out so I can work on helping people how to troubleshoot, how to fix stuff when things go terribly bad. Like my friend is winning uni and I hate him for him. Don't have you seen the it crowd before? Yeah. I've heard of it. That's a show, right? A show or a movie? I've heard of it, I think, but I haven't watched it. See, what do you mean by your friend is winning uni? What do you mean by that? He's working as a graphic designer for an overseas company, 2K a week. And he's doing computer science. Hey, good for him. Hope he doesn't burn out. Because a lot of those people, they can either they go two different ways. They can either shine pretty well, and that's good for them, but they can burn out if they don't manage themselves. So I'm proud of him, but it's like, bro, chill. It's 3 people working in IT. You know what? Have you tried turning it on and off again? That if I mean, if you go into a company doing that, you gotta have some political speak. So you have to be, you really can't tell them, have you tried turning it off and on again directly? I wish we could, because that'll fix the problem half the time. But hey, seaweed. I know it's easy to look on and envy like that, but if you keep comparing yourself to other people, all it's gonna do is gonna let you down. I'm not saying that you are comparing yourself to other people, but I want you to know that you are very important yourself, okay? So whatever you're doing right now in life, if it's something that you're passionate about, if it's something that you want to do, even if it's like a low road to say the least, and do it, because I don't know, my words aren't coming out properly. Because I'm speaking from experience. I've had a lot of time, I spent a lot of time looking up to people, and sometimes looking up to them, even though you're proud of them and everything, hey, good for him, and you can't, I couldn't help but feel like I was a bit inadequate compared to them, and that really put a damper on my own self. I used to look up to people, then I had a growth spurt. Must be nice. I'm still 5'4". I'm still short. But yeah, but sometimes it's it's better to just grit your teeth, put your head down, and work and plow through that work. And sometimes you gotta cut yourself off from like the other people who you look up to. Like they're doing their work, they're minding their own business. You need to mind your own business as well and grit your teeth, put your head down, plow through your work. Sometimes you need to do that. Sometimes you can take a break, but do what you need to do that's best for yourself. Sorry, I've gotten into a made like we've gotten wildly off track. I've gotten us wildly off track. My bad. You're also 5'4". Oh, it's good. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'm made to be a bartender. Hey, that's cool. I always thought about what I would be like as a bartender. It's like I've seen a lot of bar rescue, and it looks so much fun. Except for being yelled by John Taffer. But like learning all the drinks, mixing them, like pouring it out perfectly for your customer satisfaction looks so interesting. I actually had another friend who was a bartender as well, which is really funny. I think you're allowed to be underage with a bar license, like with a bartending license, as long as you're not drinking either. But you like, but there was like some wacky rule about that. So he was like underage. You had to be legal age to be on the bar. Okay. Let me see how it is in Texas. Can you be underage and have a bartending license? State laws. Yeah, some states allow them to be 16 or 17 to bartend under specific conditions. I don't know. Wait. In Texas. Let's see. How old do you have to be in bartend in Texas?
I've accidentally swallowed some water.
Yeah. So, thank you for the hydrate. But yeah, the legal drinking age here is 21, but you're allowed to bartend at 18. So that was his side job when he was working when he was in college. And we just found it really funny that like because he turned out to be, I mean, he's not a raging alcoholic, but he does know his alcohol because of his bartending job. But like we just found it we just find it really funny that he had a bartending job at 18, but he wasn't allowed to drink at 21 until he was 21. You're buying booze at 19? Yeah, Texas is topsy-turvy. Texas is weird. Let's say that. Texas is weird. Texas is awful, backwards, and funny. Okay, but Gregory still had ace in the hole. Okay, the same ace. Wait, is the legal age of drinking in 19 in Canada? Exactly, doing. Don't get the ace out of his hole. Exactly, it's time to bring out the ace. He knew he needed one last card to play if they squeezed a confession out of Samson. So he had Bad record all of Samson's interrogations. I guess Detective Bad really wanted to know the truth too, huh? We all did, but he was a trooper, stayed with the case even after Von Karma took him off of it. Depends on what province you live in? Alright. Ace Ventura open. Objective. Wait. I think... So... I recently watched a movie called Kung Pao Enter the Fist, which is so stupid. The director was Steve Odenkirk, and he was actually the director for Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. So when you mention Ace Ventura, I like it just like popped into my head. What's the what? Yeah, and he was executive consultant for the 1994 Ace Ventura movie, The Pet Detective. Like, like crazy, like wow. I don't know. Kung Pao was certainly a movie of all time. I don't know how to describe it. He was tied up in some. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts. I just got through a Hades Cup, and Sora is now level 69. Nice. Wait, is this? Oh, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, I actually gifted Yan. I gifted Yan the Kingdom Hearts 1 bundle on Steam. I hope he plays that on stream. 1.5 plus 2.5. Yeah. I gifted him that on Steam. On Steam. So I hope he plays that. On stream. He won the New Year, I believe he said. Yes. Anyway, Gregory presented the recordings that proved that Samson's confession was coerced. And you know what? It almost worked. A cop named Ian Seidman got fired. Samson's interrogator and the initial detective before Bad, he took the fall for pretty much the whole thing. But Von Karma didn't get away scot-free. In fact, he was disciplined by the chief prosecutor for the one and only time in his 40-year career. Well, don't him to stream. Just depends on how much deep dive he wants to go into the story. I'm consider. I hope he does. That's a lot of content to go through. There's plenty in that bundle for you. How much deep dive? Oh, I read that already. Yeah, I hope he does all of it. Get his money's worth out of it. Couldn't stomach another day in court, so when that guilty verdict came down, it didn't just signal the end of that day, but the whole sad affair. I don't remember a lot myself, but my father's face when they declared Mr. Tangaroa guilty. He's got very pretty hair. Tangaroa? Oh, they're not gonna show him here, but Tangaroa had black hair, and then he got interrogated so hard it became white. I was a young child at the time, but even I could tell how much he was hurting inside. Gregory wanted to appeal the ruling, of course. He would have done anything to clear Samson's name. But then, well, you know what happened next. Is what they do. I mean, literally, they coerced. Oh my god. I don't know if it'll show us. Okay, it doesn't show, but he was like not. They literally tortured him. According to the game. Poor guy. He never got the chance. Yeah, because he got shot. I should have left with him that day. I'll always blame myself for not doing that. But I shoved that aside and obsessed over something else instead. Or rather, someone else. I hated what you did. Hated you for choosing to stick with Von Karma. Him to admit so it stopped? Yeah, exactly. I hope you can forgive me. No. You had every right to hate me. I went on to become a prosecutor as planned, and that's when Mr. Von Karma showed me this case file. According to these records, Mr. Tangaroa was convicted as the main culprit in Mr. Frost's murder. Nope, that's not right. Wait, what? Samson was convicted as an accessory to murder. Strange. The file clearly states he was the perpetrator. Plus, I'm fairly certain that all of Mr. Von Karma's cases were successfully solved. Mind if I take a peek at those? This file's been doctored. The part about the verdict, it's been changed. What? Here, feast your peepers on this. Samson Tangaroa, age 39, organizer of the confectionery contest. Victim's body was found inside one of his corrections, leading to his arrest. While in detention, Tangaroa discovered that he had a taste disorder, which was subsequently cured via medication. Verdict: convicted as an accomplice based on his confession. That's a copy of the file they have on record at the courthouse. Then why is my copy so different? Well, you said it came from Von Karma, yeah? Oh, yeah, what happened is that they found a dead body in a chocolate, like a treasure chest made completely out of chocolate. Because it was a confectionery making competition. So, like, Tangaroa had a huge ship made of candy, and there was a treasure chest on the base of that, and then they found the dead body there. My guess is he didn't want Gregory's son thinking there was a murderer out there still at large. Didn't want you looking into it again before the statute of limitations was up. So everything I believed about the case was a lie. Like they say, we all gotta start somewhere. What's important is, you know what's what now. The statute. They spelled statute wrong. They spelled statute wrong. I know my legal mumbo jumbo. There's supposed to be an extra T. Statue. The statue of limitations. Didn't they? Wait, did they spell? Yeah, they spelled statute correctly here. They just spelled it wrong here. The statute of limitations may have run out. Sounds like a D&D spells. I cast statute of limitations. It's like that JJK part where with the judge. But the truth's still out there, you know? I inherited Samson's case when your old man passed. The prosecution handed it off to somebody else too. The great Von Karma wasn't going to bother facing off against a rookie like me, was he? Anyway, long story short, the killer was never found, and Samson was found guilty instead. That's terrible! Is there really nothing we can do to help him? Not without the real perp, I'm afraid. Until then, his confession stands. Speaking of which, I didn't find out until after the verdict had been handed down, but Von Karma had threatened Samson and made him a deal. Told him if he didn't confess, he'd make sure Judy was convicted instead. How could he? So Judy Bound was 16 at the time. He was basically Samson's daughter, and I guess Von Karma was threatening to frame her for the murder. It applies to murder investigations. Unfortunately, it does in the game series. There's like a 10-year statute of limitations, I believe. I think they changed that because of Miles, actually. Because I do remember the statute of limitation changes in Game 5. Yeah, in Game 5, the statute of limitations changed. And that was all thanks to Miles Edgeworth, because he changed the law after becoming chief prosecutor. Samson knew there was no way Judy could have done it, of course. But he wasn't going to take any chances. So he did what he was told and confessed to keep her safe. But yeah, in real law, there is no statute of limitations in murder. Now riddle me this, Milesy boy. Why do you think your Uncle Eddie just happened to be in prison the day the Bronco Knight died? I totally forgot about Bronco Knight. So that was like the first case in in this game. Ah, that's funny. I totally forgot about that because you know it's been a year. Ah, that's right. You were there to see Mr. Tangaroa. Bingo. Judy and I both promised we'd visit him every day. I didn't quite keep that promise, but Judy did. Uncle Eddie and Bronco Knight are secret lovers. No, they're not. No, 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 no. Bronco Knight was an assassin. Yeah, sorry. I was trying to remember if it was this game or the last game where Bronco Knight died. Come rain or shine, she always showed up. But none of that changes the fact that Samson is still being unduly punished day after day. I mean, with good behavior, he's probably doing well. I haven't played the games. Oh, yeah. I believe the killer, the person who killed Bronco Knight was actually the warden, which was crazy plot twist. How heartbreaking. We got to do something, Mr. Fender. Oh, by the way, if you remember, if you listen to the name, his name is Eddie Fender. A defender. Because he's a defense attorney. Well, kiddo, that's actually why we came here. The ice sculptures are back on display just like they were all those years ago. And we're going to see what we can find out. Right, Mazarino? I'm a prosecutor, Fender. I don't look at these things in the same way as you or my father. Miles. Riku and Sora talk to each other like, I'm not sure you two are just friends. Oh, yeah. They're gay. Good for them. Good for them. Wait, what was that? I'm you. I'm me. Wait. You're not me. I'm me. I'm me, he says. I forget what that whole line was. It was just silly to hear. Kyrie's inside me. Yeah. I want to know the truth behind both of these cases, and I'm not leaving until I do. You really are old Garrick's son through and through. Alrighty then, now that that's sorted, we can really get to work. Good thing I brought the IS-7 case file and evidence with me today, huh? Here, documents first. Who doesn't love paperwork? Am I right? The parts in red ink are my annotations. Alright. Let's look at the stuff. Here's some evidence for you. Enjoy. There are quite a few, so I'd take a minute to scope them out if I were you. Small mountain of evidence. I like how they can just casually hand over evidence outside a police precinct. Yes, I see. You know, our current case is just as full of loose threads too, come to think. Why does he have this in? I know, right? How does he just straight up have evidence? Indeed. The key players of that incident 18 years ago who just happened to get caught up in another incident. The ice sculptures in the Winter Wing that are perfect replicas of the ones from 18 years ago. Maybe his is emotional support evidence. The poison gas attack in the Autumn Wing, which has been disguised to look like the Winter Wing. The two chemicals that were found inside the Pisces statue's display case, ubiquium and asphyxion, that form a poisonous gas when mixed together. I mean, to be fair, it is kind of his emotional support evidence. It's because it was a day, because it was the last case Gregory Edgeworth had before he died, and it's the case that Eddie Fender took over after losing his mentor. So, yeah, the victim of the gas attack, Carmelo Gusto, who's no stranger to the events of 18 years ago. Okay, so now is the time to talk about who I think is the culprits and stuff. I think Carmelo Gusto killed Mr. Frost. Artie Frost. And the defense kind of knew it. They were suspecting. Judy found out, so she tried to kill Carmelo Gusto today, but failed. That's my leading theory, or hypothesis actually. And who is still unconscious and undergoing treatment in the medical room. And finally, we come to the body floating face down in the fountain. Wait, that's Artie Frost. Wait, I recognize that hairdo. That's Artie Frost. And the fact that the ice sculptures may have melted just as they did all those years ago. The events of the present day would appear to be intimately linked with the events of the past. Which means they may be able to help us learn more about what happened 18 years ago. Sounds good to me. Let's get investigating.
Objection!
I hate this guy. I hate Eustace so much. He's... You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me... It's a baton. I would say it's a baton, not a wand. But he reminds me of all those college kids who... Okay, like, stop me if you've heard this one. Heard this type of people in college. So, you go to college, you attend a class, and you have that one guy who always interrupts the professor, thinking he knows as much or more than the professor, trying to basically teach the class. He's that kind of person. I spent trying to make his stray little hair go. Wait, his owl get? Wait, you forget the best part about him. He's actually just fucking clueless. He doesn't know anything. That's why he has a perpetual question mark on his head. I could have sworn this is my investigation. Eustace is quite right. I hope you aren't intending to obstruct him in his duties, Mr. Edgeworth. I would hate to have to add a guilty to my reporting to the committee. And Gavel's a... Okay, personally, I think she's an okay judge. But since she keeps hindering our investigation, she's corrupt in my eyes. What am I guilty of now? Why is she about to throw up hands? She's always about to throw hands, man. She's gonna whack us with that hammer. It's scary. Of course not. I am simply offering once again to do what I can to help with this investigation. Your offer is duly noted and duly declined. Oof, she isn't pulling any punches. The identity of the body from the fountain is currently being ascertained. It is only a matter of time until we have all the information we need. Perhaps I can help you speed that process along. I think I have an idea who our mystery victim might be. What? Really? Then you have to tell me. It's the law! Very well. Maybe it isn't just the ice sculptures that have resurfaced after 18 years. The body in the fountain may also be a visitor from the past.
Take that!
I believe the body in the fountain is that of the man who was murdered here 18 years ago. Mr. Artie Frost. What? You're saying that was poor Chili Wings? Wait, who the hell is Chili Wings? Or Artie? Or whoever it is you're talking about? Artie Frost was a famous sculptor, Eustace. Although he was better known as Paul Halik. The sculptures on display here are all his works. No way! Sounds like he did well for himself. Always good to encounter a fellow winner. Yeah, exactly, Stevie. Eustace, this is your case. What do you mean? Mr. Frost was also the victim in the IS-7 incident. Judge Cavell knows about the IS-7 incident? Mr. Edgeworth, the IS-7 incident is an 18-year-old case, and according to police records, the victim's body was recovered and an autopsy duly carried out. Sure, that's what the records say, but the records can't always be trusted. What are you insinuating? That while the records say stuff like body totally recovered, the defense back then begged to differ. Not that it stopped the prosecution from shutting them down hard, of course. Yeah, this is winner. Huh, what? Really? What is it, Eustace? The body! We got an ID! Some sculptor called Frost or something? So I guess Edgeworth called it? Goddess of Justice. What a... which is why I think she's such a bitch. So my father's deductions were right all along. Well, Judge Gabel, I'd say this changes things, wouldn't you? Perhaps now you'll admit that I might be of use to this case. More than a certain junior prosecutor, anyway. No fair! You're trying to steal the win! I'm doing no such thing. All I want is to uncover the truth. And if we're going to get to the bottom of what happened here, we'll need to work together. You do not need to do anything, and you do not need to know the truth. This case is none of your concern. Au contraire!
Objection!
Whoa there, Judge G. I think you might be wrong about that. Another of your interruptions, Mr. Fender. Yup, see, I was on the defense team for the IS-7, so this case is very much my concern. I was one of the pesky kids pushing the theory that the body had actually gone missing. The prosecutor at the time may have brushed us off, but you can't deny the testimony of your eyes. Or to put it a little more bluntly, the prosecution's case was rotten from the ground up. When there's been a miscarriage of justice caused by the prosecution, it's the committee's job to fix it, no? And who better to help you unpick the mess than someone who was there at the time? Unless you have an ulterior motive. Gotcha! In which case, I suspect she must be here on the committee's behalf. Your connection to the case is noted, Mr. Fender, but I fail to see how it concerns Mr. Edgeworth. He's the son of the original defense attorney, and the protege of the case's lead prosecutor. I mean, that's true. The original defense attorney's son, and the original prosecutor's protege. You know, I think he has everything to do with this case. And if that's not enough for you, he was at the trial too. I think it's just possible he might have a little something to bring to the table, don't you? Very well. You may both assist in the investigation, but only if you refrain from interfering with the work of others. The Winter Wing is off limits for now. This room, however, is all yours. Alrighty! Great to hear we're on the same wavelength, G. Why don't we bring it in? To show we're all on the same side of justice. Do not test me, Mr. Fender. Your permission to investigate can be revoked at any time. Duly noted, Your Honor. This is a turn up for the books, huh, Milesy? We better... Is she trying to flirt with the judge? He's been trying to flirt with the judge since the first fucking case. We get to do our thing after all. Thanks to your immeasurable help as always. No sweat. Besides, I was mostly doing it for me. Okay, I'll be investigating my own thing, so just holler if you find something interesting. I will. Okay, shall we? Heck yeah, let the investigation commence. We're still unclear on two key facts. How Mr. Frost's body came to be where we found it, and the source of the ubiquium. You're right, we need some more intel. Indeed. Let's focus on the ubiquium first and foremost. It's used in dish my English. It's used in stuff like dish soap and paint, right? Correct. It's also bright red in color and has a distinctive minty fragrance. Okay, sounds like we know what we're looking for. Okay. Ubiquium sounds radioactive. I know, right? Okay, so we got a lot of evidence as well. So let me look at the new IS-7 case file because it got updated. Notes, statute of limitations expired 3 years ago on December 24th. Saying that we did used to have lead-based paint, so it's also food flavoring. No detailed autopsy report due to the body going missing. Yeah, so that's That's so basically all that is chocolate, except for the dead body and the cloth. Yeah, that's all chocolate. Okay, so that's that. There's nothing new here. Okay. This has. Oh wait, this is from back then. Are you sure? This isn't from. The dead body isn't chocolate. The dead body is not chocolate. Okay, we got nothing new. Okay, we got nothing new here. So, let me. I guess we'll talk to this lady first because she knows most. She knows the most about chemicals. Hello there, dearie. Still investigating away, are you? Found anything interesting? No, no, dearie. Well, nothing much anyway. Silly girl, that wasn't a dearie moment. That was more of a lambkin. Sweetheart is for when you're being sympathetic, of course, and treasure is for when they're in a tiz. Love is for people when you're not that keen on, and petal you use when you're trying to get someone's attention. Wow, I didn't realize there were so many rules. Mr. Edgeworth Petal, I hope you're getting all this down. Don't even try it, okay? Oh, dearie me. Okay. Okay. This is the most vague red. Most red. I see. The man's got a real pain. From his younger years when he was something of a dreamer. Chosen by a motif to take it from nature. My parents. Alright. This bound seat set is laid out neatly on a serving cart. Pam says the gallery is famous for its tea. Understandably so. Like cup? Sweetie is when you want to be passive aggressive. I think here in the South we have bless your heart or bless your soul whenever we're being passive aggressive. A star-shaped mug sounds awful. Yeah. In that case, I think we'd better take a closer look. Let's look at the mugs. So let's try not to touch any of it unless we absolutely have to. Stop it, okay? I can see your eyes lighting up. Oh, by the way, Kay Faraday, her dad used to be a prosecutor. But he was actually part of a trio called the Yatagarasu, and they used to be phantom thieves. Hello? Hey, Edgy! What is it? You be careful with that teapot, you hear? Why is Larry so concerned out of like that? I'd be sure how to drink. You drink from the tip. I don't know. You drink from one of the corners, I guess, like one of the and slowly sip. Honored guests. I can pour you a cup if you like. Miss Bound. Ah, Judy. I'm good, thanks. No tea for me. You two knock yourselves out. Thank you for your offer. All right, we're getting cups of tea from the star mug. I mean, I guess they just drank. What have we seen Larry before? So Larry has been in the first 3 games, at the very least. He's been in the Ace Attorney Investigations 1, Ace Attorney Investigations 2. He's our quote unquote the childhood friend of Edgeworth and Phoenix Wright. When's the last time we've seen him? I think he shows up. Okay, so he shows up as Yeah. First 3 games, yeah, the statue guy from the very first case. Yeah, that's Larry. What type of tea is this, Mr. Edgeworth? It's Salin, I believe. It's usually identifiable by its citrus aroma, but Miss Bound, is this the same blend you served this morning? Oh yes, is it alright? There isn't anything wrong with it, is there? Oh no, not at all. It's just that the cup you gave me earlier had a slightly different aroma. Larry, he's so dumb but I love him. Really, that's odd. I used the exact same blend both times. Also, we have an ad break. Let's give it a second. Let the ad break go through. And we'll as soon as I see the ad break notification pop up, I'll stop playing. I can't see what could account for the difference. Hey, what's the big idea? Quit being mean about Judy's tea, will you? What's gotten under your skin, Larry? Nothing. You're just rude. That's all. And you don't even call me by the right name. It's Lord Stoneham. Dang it. You know what? I'm done. I'm not talking to you anymore. Well, that was childish, even for him. Wow, what happened there? Let's ask him about it later, shall we? Talking to Miss Bound is more of a priority right now. We may not have any evidence to prove that she's the culprit, but it does seem likely that the poison gas was her doing. See, even he was suspecting it. Okay. A caddy containing saline tea leaves. I wonder if the saline... Oh. There's the ad. We'll wait for 3 minutes and then we'll come back. Ah! How dare? Who did that? How dare you? It still trapped me in an ad. Yeah, it happens. Well, wait. Did you just subscribe? Hold on. Okay, wait, I wonder if you refresh. Wait, you can hear me. So, wait. Oh, there we are. Wait, did you... I have a question. Did you just... Okay, so since you subscribed, you have an ad break still? I haven't released... Oh, okay. Then welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back, Seaweed. Thank you so much for 2 months in a row. Awesome. I appreciate that. Has it been 2 months in a row? Holy moly. I didn't know you subscribed last month, but thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm gonna hoard your money. I don't know. What the hell was that noise? Yeah. Oh shit. I'm gonna refund. Let me refund that. Because I had to restart my I've been scammed, exactly. I'm sorry. Let me gonna reward queue. There we go. Let me fix that. Hats. If I just hit the reject all, if I hit the reject all right here, everyone from 2 years ago would get all their points back. Should I do that? I hit reject all and everyone gets their points back? like that power is in my hands right now. Every single, I guess, except for the blurb, the voice ones, because they automatically get sent. Oh my god! What? Thank you so much for the 200 bits. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We'll go to all requests. Let me see if I can window capture. Where is it? It's the one that says, it says just Twitch. Ah. Right here. Okay, you see this? You see this? If I hit reject all the requests made from 2 years ago refunds all the channel points. And because you gifted 200 bits, I appreciate that. I'm gonna do it. Oh my god. It's so delayed, but there's a bear. Oh my god. The bicycle stays on the head. Holy moly, thank you so much again for the 200 bits. I refunded everything. Everyone got their points back. I wonder if I can. I can't refund the daily in that one, so I refunded everything else. Oh no. That was so silly. It was a very nice bicycle hat. Very nice. Alright. But yeah, during this semester, I had to reinstall Windows. So everything I had saved for OBS, I had to was completely wiped away. I had to, like, reset up every single scene. Like every single thing in OBS, and I still haven't finished it. So it's mostly bare bones again. And you know what? I think I prefer it this way. I think I'll add the head hat. Your house usually comes with. Hope this helps. Yeah, no. Some files got corrupted. Some like Windows files got corrupted when I was compressing everything, and I had to reinstall Windows. So I had to reinstall all the files and all that jazz. That was a fun day. The Dreyfus card is pure white and completely spotless, and it's just waiting for me to grab it by the edge, clear my mind, and whoosh! Okay, I cannot trust how bad of an idea that would be. Oh, come on! What's the worst that can happen? Victor, we bricked up our windows because we had a window tax. Yes, actually, that's so funny. When I was playing the Great Ace Attorney, which was the first game that I played in the Ace Attorney series, because I did it in timeline order, and that was before this game series came out. We played the Great Ace Attorney series. Great Ace Attorney Adventures, and that was set in mid 1800s Great Britain. Back when, like, so, and we had our adventures with Sherlock Holmes, not Sherlock Holmes, Sherlock Holmes. And one of the whole plot points of was because of the window tax, the windows were bricked up, and that led to someone suffocating. Like, as a crime, like someone tried to kill someone via suffocation, no breathing. Yeah, that was actually one of the plot points in the Great Ace Attorney Adventures series. So yes, I did know that windows were bricked up because of the window tax. Even if it goes all sideways, we'll just wind up with a cool tea-colored tie-dye. Yes, well, I'd rather it remain white. Plus, I don't think Miss Bound would appreciate us meddling with it. We also used to drink beer like water because it was actually safer than water. Yes! I do know that too. But there are so many other colors that would totally work. Pink sky blue, tea leaves brown. Okay, I think that's all for this part. Okay. What about the statue? Statues of men and women in old-timey clothes. Did Paul Halik make these as well? Yes, it seems he created them later in his life when he had begun to make a name for himself. His wife pushed him to sculpt the two of them as ancient gods, and he couldn't say no to his beloved. The title is The Beautiful Goddess Venus and Her Humble Servant. Wow, talk about putting your goddess on a literal pedestal. They are the statue of limitation. Oh my god, I should time you out for that. From the color and aroma, I say this is a puddle of spilt tea. And look, there's a small chunk of ceramic in it. Yeah, somebody must have broke one of the teacups. I'm just gonna skip to a lot of these conversations because they're more flavor text than anything. When I notice something interesting, I'll stop to read it. Why is there a lift cart just sitting here out in the open? Guess somebody must have been moving something heavy. Like a dead body? The top of the platform seems to be wet. You know, I've got a funny feeling I've seen this thing somewhere before. You mean like 18 years ago? Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. I last saw it in Frost's room. He must have used it to move the ice sculptures around. It's one of those fancy numbers where you can change not only the platform's height, but even its angle. Ah, if you had one of these, you can move giant lumps of ice around no sweat. Interesting. Oh, just think of the possibilities. I could really use one of these. Still doesn't explain what it's doing here, though. Bit of a head scratcher, but we should give it a think, yeah? Indeed, after all, it might have something to do with our case. Trophies. He was a very well-respected artist. And find some thieving contest to enter. Or you can sub nice ceremony at the end. Swift round for the rest. Okay. Wait, can I talk? What? Was very clear that you're only allowed to investigate in this room. Okay, fine. Is that Eustace? Who is this? Who is this person? Eustace? Is that Eustace Winner? Yes, that's Eustace Winner. Oh my god. I was about to go talk to him anyways. Holy shit. Do you mind? First I talk you. So I think you're the second. You're the second Ace Attorney related name I've seen in this chat, but the first one that I recognize. So I guess you truly are the winner here. I do mine actually, and I'm not going anywhere. You'll just have to go around me. Well, we just thought you might want to move to a better spot, that's all. Anyways, hello! Hello, Eustace is my god and savior. How are you today? How has your year been? This is the last stream of the year, and I hope to see everyone in the next year looking all bright and fresh. You're good? That's awesome. Just roll him out. He's tiny. The way he's tiny. Oh, leave him be. Leave the poor boy alone. He's just clueless. Okay, I don't like his attitude towards me, but I love him like in the fact that he's just a silly boy. Have a winning year. Thank you, Eustace. I appreciate that. And I'm just curious, how did you find the stream? Did you just look through Ace Attorney Investigations 2 just to find I love his attitude and everything about it. He's a deep. I don't. Okay, I don't care for his snobbish attitude towards us. It's like I don't like people looking down on me, and it's a complex that I have. But you know, his whole attitude, everything. I like it. It's pretty comical. I love it. I come through Ace Attorney Street just to say something when you used to show up. Just a hobby of mine. You know what? Keep doing that. I love that. So please keep doing that, Eustace. I appreciate you coming here. And if you have other streams to pop into, say to talk about Eustace, you're more than welcome to. That sounds so fun. What better spot? I demand you show it to me at once. Is that really all it takes to make you do whatever we want? Okay. I don't think I need to talk to Judge Gavel. This is the Autumn Wing. Are we allowed to go through it? Hence the name. May I launch Eustace into the fountain? You know, Seaweed, go ahead. I won't stop you. But if Judge Gavel does something, I'm not gonna be there to help you. I wonder if Larry has any pertinent information. I only played the fan translation on my DS just for Eustace. He's how I got into the game, but I don't care about anyone else though. You know what? Everyone has their favorites. My favorite. Wait, do I have a favorite? I'm trying to think. Let me think through the edges, like the ages, of who my favorite Ace Attorney character is. Like, it's gotta be a unique one. It's the guy who pretended to be Phoenix Wright, El Tigre. What's his name? Furio Tigre. You like Gumshoe? Yeah. I think... Wait, was it? Okay, wait. Furio Tigre was the guy... He was the guy who killed... Oh, okay, no. Viola Cadaverini. That's the girlfriend, I guess? Of Furio Tigre. I feel bad for her. I think she deserves everything good for her. You look like a Rhonda Light fan? Wait, who's Rhonda Light again? Rhonda Light. Oh my god! Is it because I look like him? Is it because I look like Rhonda Light? He was the mask in the was it the first one? I know he made an appearance here actually in this one. Trials and Tribulation. That was from game 3? Holy shit, it's been a long time. But you know what? I dig it. I like Rhonda Light. Rhonda Light was very cute. His wife was top notch. He's very cute. Yeah. I could be. I'm a Rhonda Light fan. Whoa, quit it with a glare off, you two. It's weird. Oh, come on, Kay. You know me better than that. I wasn't staring. I was struck by an idea for a picture. Now, Edgy, he was glaring. Yes, and I'll keep glaring at you until you tell us what it is you're hiding. Quit it! I already told you! I'm not talking to you anymore! You're talking to me right now. I mean, From now on, I'm not talking to you ever again. Starting now. I suppose I'll have to figure out what he's hiding first before I can get the whole truth out of him. Come on, Larry. What are you hiding? Not saying. Bruh, this is important. There's a attempted murder and a dead body here. Going to talk to you? Oh, he'll talk. Don't you worry about that. You know what? Okay. Perhaps presenting him with the right piece of evidence will force him to come clean. You broke the he broke one of the teacups, and he tried to fix it. He tried to make another one. Wait, don't make me look bad in front of Verity. She thinks I'm sensible, cool, clean-cut guy. Yes, and Larry is also trying to woo Gavel. I don't want her to see the real me, the real low-down, dirty me. I'm not so sure anybody here thinks you're particularly clean-cut, Larry. But if you don't want her to think badly of you, the best thing you can do is talk to me. Alright, I'll talk. Alright, Larry, enough is enough. Now confess. Is this any way to treat your best friend, Edgy? Is this any way for you to treat yours by lying to him, hiding things? I get the picture already, so stop glaring at me like that. I'll tell you everything, okay? Earlier, I thought Verity might like a cup of tea, so I went to pour one for her. But I got distracted and my hand slipped and smash! I broke the teapot. You broke the teapot?! I thought you broke a cup, not the fucking teapot! It's in pieces because of me! Okay, no, I thought he broke a cup and then just like tried to make up a new one. I don't know how he would have done it, but that would be just Larry Butts doing it. But the whole teapot? Oh my teapot? I see. Honey, but I'll paint your portrait. I'll paint you 50 portraits. So we should be apologizing. How could I have failed to notice that there were broken pieces of ceramics on the floor? Somebody could have been hurt. Here, safely designed by Artie Frost, correct? Of course, all things break eventually. And as luck would have it, I have another identical teapot. It's far from the end of the world. Wait, she has a second teapot? What do you mean? Yeah, so when I smashed the first one, I tried to hide the pieces in the bottom of the cart. And that's when I saw that other pot under there. So I took it out and basically switched the two pots. Oh, I see. Yep, and that's everything I have to tell you. I'll be You have... Bruh. It's really quite alright. Thank you for being so honest. I see. I see. So, is Larry being parented? Yes, he's always being parented. He's like he's the dumbass. He's a lovable dumbass. Her and the others? Keep to my work, yeah? I have great sketches of some ravishing beauties. Wanna see? Yes. Not because I want to see the ravishing beauties, but because I wonder. I wonder if he captured anything unusual this time. Maybe we got an impostor. So these sketches of yours. Check my note. You should have said something from the get-go. Feast your eyes on this. Wait. Wait. What is Delicia doing? Is she washing the cloth? Caught my eye since I've been here, you know? That's Verity and Judy and somebody else. Why did you draw them all on the same page? Well, I meant to draw the room at first, just something to pass the time. Then I saw one beauty and another, and well, I just scribbled them all down as I went. They're not bad drawings. But these were all drawn at different times? Huh? Yeah, I guess. I did one of you too, Kay. You're on a different page, though. Did you only draw what you actually saw? Of course. You think I draw things I can't see? Like using my imagination? Nope, these are 100% true to life, right down to the exact shade of each color. The colors are accurate. Interesting. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything unusual between the profiles that we have and oddly talented. Yes, he's an idiot savant. The serving cart in the sketch, for example. If I compare it to the one here in the room, there's a clear contradiction between... I think a little deduction is in order. Could I borrow this page for a while, Larry? I know what's going on. It's this. This. She was carrying the dead body. I wonder, wait, do I... I wonder if I... Can I connect these two? Yes, I can. I suspect the difference in the aroma we noticed is due to the teapots having been switched. I can't see what else it could have been. The tea itself hasn't changed. Why don't we ask Miss Bound just to be sure? Miss Bound, the difference in aroma we noticed, do you think it could have been because of the different teapot? I suppose so. My cup just now had a subtle minty scent, rather like uva tea. I made some peppermint tea in that pot only yesterday. That must be where the mint... She's lying to us again. The tea from the teapot Larry switched in from under the cart smelled faintly of mint. Right, Miss Bounce said that she used that pot to make peppermint tea yesterday. Yes, but there's something else that's been troubling me. Miss Bounce seemed more taken aback by switching of the teapots than the breaking of one. You're right. You'd expect it to be the other way around. I expect she might have been deliberately hiding the teapot underneath the cart. But why? One of Ubiquium's key characteristics is its minty fragrance. So what if she had been hiding some in that teapot? What? In the teapot? It's simply a possibility, but one worth investigating. I believe. Mr. Winner, any luck finding that Ubiquium? Huh? Oh! My people are searching the entire gallery, but they haven't found anything yet. And what about you? Don't tell me you know where it came from. I may have an idea. Ha! I knew it! If I can't find it, there's no chance of useless— What? How you do know where it came from? Yes. Where? Miss Bound's teapot. Wow, nice piece! I like it! Yeah, this looks like a fitting prize for a natural-born winner. It's not a prize! It's a vital piece of evidence! Oh, it's just evidence? Then I'll have one of the forensics people check it out. Mr. Edgeworth, is there some sort of problem with my teapot? Possibly. The minty fragrance we notice coming from it. I think it just might be the scent of one of the chemicals used to make the poison gas. But Mr. Edgeworth, surely you don't think I had anything to do with that? I'm afraid I do. The method used to create the gas would have required considerable preparation. Nobody would have had the time or the opportunity to set that up except you. That's not strictly true. It took around a week to get the Zodiac Hall ready for the exhibition. There were all kinds of people coming and going through here during that time. Alicia, for one. So you see, I'm not the only person who could have set it up at all. Miss Golden is on our radar too, of course. You need to worry about that. And besides, I wouldn't know the first thing about making poison gas. So even if you did find some ubiquium in my teapot, I wouldn't have any idea what to do with it. But I suppose we should see what the test results say first. She doesn't know what the first thing about making poison gas. But we didn't say ubiquium, we just said it's minty. Is there, I cannot, okay. Hold on, that's not what I wanted to do. This, I want to change the cart.
Eureka!
There it is. Oh wait, you can't see it! Ah! Am I... Okay, well then it's supposed to be the white tablecloth, and... I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be this. Or this.
Eureka!
Ah, there we go. Larry, can I ask you something about your sketches? Fascinated by the work of the great Lars Donen, eh? Is the composition, right? Not exactly. This light blue tablecloth. You painted that exactly as you saw it, correct? I already told you. Everything is exactly as I saw it. But the tablecloth and cart here in this room is white. Wow. Your head's so full of crazy theories. The simple stuff just passes you right by, huh? What? Listen, just before I drew that sketch, I was in the middle of some business with the cart with the tea set on it, okay? Yeah, Larry, you know what they say? If when something stinks, it's usually the butts. And Larry's last name is the Butts. What kind of business? Well, that's right. It was hiding the pieces of teapot I smashed kind. Anyway, I was still in the middle of cleaning it all up when Judy came out of the winter wing. I didn't want to get busted for breaking the pot, so I quickly dove out of sight. Wait, Miss Bound came out of the winter wing? Yeah, and she was pushing a cart, a different one. That's the one with the light blue tablecloth on it that I drew. And what did she do with that second serving cart? Well, I saw her wheel it into the summer wing, but I don't know what happened to it after that. When she came back out, she was pushing one of those other carts, the kind that you can lift stuff with. A lift cart. Yeah, so I called out to her, but she just ran off and left it behind. Never had her down as a shy type, but it just goes to show, you never know. Another serving cart. And a lift cart. Is there maybe another tea set, too? Better check with Miss Bound. Where were you before you rejoined us here, Miss Bound? I had to go and tell our visitors we're closed. Oh, and hand out a little something in apology. Yeah, so I know, right? Larry... Oh, Larry frustrates me sometimes. He sometimes has all the information, and then he only gives us it piece by piece. Like, we have to squeeze it out of him. The fact that I think you might be the one who set the poison gas trap. The two carts. Are there two serving carts here at the gallery, Mr. Oh, yes, why do you ask? Sir, showed us the sketch. Couldn't help but notice the color of the tablecloth. It's light blue. Hey, your friend must be mistaken. I only use white tablecloths freshly laundered and starched. Like the perfect wrinkle-free on the cart here in the fountain, right? I saw so much of it's a blemish, I would replace it right away. No. Do you have any idea of what you might have been doing when the sketch was drawn? Let me see. I appear to be carrying out my usual duties. Tell us more about your duties, please. He's trying his best. Oh my god, please, he should just tell us everything, man. I guess from what I can see, your card doesn't have a T set on it. Checking investigating officers. A few leftovers are here for you both. I made them myself. I hope you like them. But I suppose that's because they've been sitting around in her pocket. Chocolates. They're pretty, yes, but I'm grateful for the energy boost nonetheless, though perhaps they could do with a little less sugar. Okay, what about the poison with something that changed the color? I think she used this. The the luminous cloth. The shade of blue, being around such a common color from time to time, just might do me some good. Right color for sneaking around in the dead of night, but I need something a lot brighter if I want to make a big splashy entrance. The power of buttons, though. I'll take 5. Okay, yeah. So basically, this changes the color of the cloth. They work. See? Doesn't that cloth look interesting? You might also know I took pictures of them during the contest. Commissioned the creation of a set of replicas based on those photographs for the current exhibit. But why go through the trouble of creating replicas? Mr. Frost's Zodiac series was his great unfinished masterwork. I wanted to see it completed at last. Or rather, re-completed. It was my fault that the original set melted in the first place after all. I see. And is there any particular reason why the winter and autumn wings look so similar? Some of the decorations from one and the other by accident. She's clearly lying, but I don't have the evidence to prove it just yet. Do I not? Do I really not? If you use these claws, they light up when you attach them to a special device. How many did she give you? 4, I believe? 4 luminous claws in the autumn wing, but I'm sure I saw another one somewhere else. Miss Bound is hiding something. What about the lift cart? It was in another room earlier until I brought it out here. Very useful for moving large, heavy objects around. Why is it wet? Was it used to carry something wet? Is that me? It's painted by the so-called artist over there. I kept it. I'm sorry. It's an important piece of evidence. I mean, that art is pretty good. Okay, I want to know if she has anything. Oh my god, they're singing. Have I stumbled onto the set of Cake Crimes, a musical or something? Okay, it has nothing to do with that. Wait. Let me look at this. Police have already removed the body, but why did the body of a victim from 18 years ago turn up in this fountain? Exactly. Why wasn't it rotten and stuff? Did it slowly shuffle its way here? You never mind, you zombies aren't real. It seems like the body was preserved somehow, like in ice. Trace of both ubiquitous and asphyxiant has been detected in the fountain. I'm gonna say they were probably carried here by stream from the autumn wing. There's also a large amount of sugar being analyzed. Sugar in the fountain. Edgeworth speaking. Sir, it's me! Hey, it's your favorite character, Gumshoe. Is everything alright, Detective? Everybody's left the Winter Wing. It's just me in here now. Which means I can tell you what we found out. After the past week or so, I'm not about to stop him now. The exhibits in here have all completely melted. All that's left in the display case is some stuff at the bottom. More of it is in the Taros case than the Gemini case, though. Describe the stuff. Yes, sir. It's like a pale blue liquid. I had the lab run some tests just now. The sample from the Taurus case just had a bunch of sugar in it. But the one from the Gemini case had 3 different substances in it. Sugar, salt, and blood. Can't imagine whose blood it is. Could possibly be, but I'll get it tested right away, sir. Don't bother. I know whose it is. Oh, I also spoke over the radio with the forensics guy working the fountain room. He said he just got word that the sugar they found in the fountain matches the sugar in the pale blue liquid. I see. That's important. Yes, sir. We found one of the light-emitting devices here in the Witcher Wing, too. There were a few... Those of you... Oh, disguised as a Winter Wing, I recall. That equipment from the 18 years ago is just more than just for show. We need to talk to Miss Scone. Yes, thank you, Detective. Was that Gummy? Seemed like he had a lot to say. He did, and all of it very useful. If I'm going to prove that Miss Bound's claim about who could have set up the poison cats... Wait, let me just check. Did he say we were talking to Scone? Yeah, we need to talk to Scone. Miss Scone, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Tooth decay. I'm not a fan of tooth decay either. Well, you just have to like it or lump it. I can't change a nickname once I settle with it. What can you tell us about the various devices used to decorate the gallery's exhibits? Light-emitting devices, luminous fan. All about those, dearie. After all, I'm the one who gave them to Moody Judy. Sorry, after I broke the rule. I bought her 4 lovely new salt lamps, and I gave her the 4 pieces of luminous cloth I used for the contest. So 4. So she did get 4 lamps and 4... Our dear, sweet, innocent baby boy. What happened to you, eh? Decorations, they're all the same as the ones you saw 18 years ago, correct? Yep, salt lamps, glowing fabric, light-emitting doodads, the whole bit. There are 4 luminous cloths used in the autumn wing, but I'm sure I saw another one somewhere. Oh, it's in my bag somewhere, I'm sure of it. Not it? Not it. Jog your memory with something so... Okay, what if I... What if we get Moody Judy's chocolates, aren't they? Oh, but dearie me, they're all a bit melted. You're supposed to eat them before that happens, silly Billy. I was hoping that would get her to bring out more chocolate, but that didn't. A picture of silly old me. A lovely Lori Lambkin. I'll have to have a word and say things. I wanted to know if she... Dang it, man. What am I supposed to do to jog her memory? In your bag. Oh, I just had to straight up tell her. That's all. Grimy, how rude. You won't get people to cooperate with your little investigation like that, young man. Shall I call it a dish towel then? Perhaps you use it to wipe up some sort of spillage. Spillage, he says. The cheek! That's a piece of highly specialized luminous cloth. Oh, I probably shouldn't have told you that. I think I'd like to know a little more about this highly specialized luminous cloth. But we already know about this, though. Why do you want me to know you had a piece of it in your bag? Well, I suppose there's no point hiding now, is there? You must know I fished it out of the fountain. It was right before they called me into the autumn wing. I see, so the sketch was relevant. Judy. Exactly, but all 4 were being used in the autumn wing, weren't they? So I realized it must be the one that went missing all those years ago. What? I'd already had my Investify Ultra pinched and used to make poison gas. If one of my cloths turned out to have been used in some sort of dastardly deed too, well, I was going to look guilty as sin, wasn't I? So I kept it hid in my bag and hoped for the best. Okay, I mean, listen. I get that. But you should have turned it in immediately. So the cloth that disappeared 18 years ago, the one that the victim was wrapped in, just happens to reappear. What is this awful withheld evidence to not look guilty? I know, right? Exactly. Also, typo, grammatical error. Just happens to reappear in the fountain. Because it's to reappear, and then it just happened is the active verb. Bro, I need a word with the translation team. God dang. Gifted to Bound by Scone. Lost 18 years ago, only to be rediscovered in the fountain. Okay. Oh, she's not. I appear in both the past and present tests too. Exactly. Do not mix with products containing ubiquitin ever. It's unlikely they know, wouldn't you say? I suppose so. Yes. Well, not unless they had a note through the Ultimate Cookbook anyway. The Ultimate Cookbook. The recipe for making Investicide Ultra, along with that not mixing with ubiquitin, is in there, you know. I see. Oh yes, dear, I know it inside out, because I work for the Tangaroa Group, you see. We're the company behind Cold Killer X. I'm sure you've heard of it. Which is fun. Okay, so, I think it was... episode 3, I believe, is when we got to know more about Phoenix Wright's past, and Cold Killer X was used because Phoenix Wright was extra sick that day. Fights back, sniffles, and sneezes with ease, apparently. After Sammy Poople was found guilty, the company took custody of the book. But they only grant their most trusted people access to it, of course. Which means Miss Scone isn't one of the elites, I suppose. Can I... Okay, there's... Gavel. The appointment action to committee. Okay, whatever. Like, piss off, Gavel. Association with such a character will be of interest to the committee, too, of course. Okay, what about you? Take it back to the lab, autopsy's underway. There wasn't a body floating in there long ago. Okay, do I have enough pieces of thoughts? No, I don't. Okay, how much do you know about pharmaceutical recipes are in the Ultimate Cookbook? It would take a while to go through them all, but if you really want to know, well then, let's start the show. Join me and sing this song. Oh my god. Not another song! Oh my god, the songs are like the worst parts of the game. We will have to. Wait, what? Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna... Okay. Nothing important from that. Okay, that's that. Oh, that's not the right person. Why are there pharmaceutical recipes in the cookbook? It's called the Angel's Cookbook. It has like, quote, every cure known to man in that cookbook. Better step up my game too then. Melting statues in the Winter Wing, and even in the murder victim's body. Nobody ever figured out that the body had gone missing. Frost had no family apart from his son, when, well, the kid kind of vanished. Nobody's seen him since around the time of the incident. Gustav's son, too. Him and his best pal from school just up and disappeared. What? Gustav's went, not as far as I heard. I guess Frost kid turned up in the end, though. He collected his inheritance at some point. With no family around just after the incident, Frost got no funeral, no nothing. No need for the police to release the body. And no need for anyone to find out that they didn't have it. I don't think the guy in the fountain is very cured. It's fine. It's fine. Well, almost nobody. Tell me, Fender, what kind of person is Miss Bound? Got a thing for her, Monster. Does Yankee her chain? Anyway, what can I say about Jude's? Well, she's a real brave trooper for one. What else do you call someone who waits around for 18-year-old years like she has for sense? Kicked her out of this, even after his extended family kicked her out of this place? What? Jude wasn't technically part of the family, so there was nothing she could do. She had nothing, nobody, and no job after Samson took the ball. No choice but to take what he taught her and make her own way in the show. Why did she retire? She finally made enough to buy the old place back. She even got the ultimate cookbook back from the Kangaroo girl after they basically stole it. There we go. Everything to do with what she cared about. So she just wanted it back. All of it. So she did know how to make the poison gas. The current owner of that book is none other than Miss Judy Bound. I'm afraid I do. Miss Bound would have been perfectly capable of setting up the gas trap. Finally, we can prove that she's been lying to us. And that's that. All's left now is to wait for the results of the test on the teapot. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. I'm starting to get tired. I've become an old man. I've become very old. Very sad. but you know how it is. So once you hit 28 years old, you start to feel tired early. So I'm gonna end it here. We're gonna end stream here. I'll see y'all next year. We'll pick this up again. I guess I'll just try to like speed run these games in my backlog, because we have this. We have let me check my Steam right now. So we have this. We still have to do game 6 of Ace Attorney. Of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, or Apollo Justice, whatever it's called. We have the AI Somnium files. We also have Zero Escape to do. Both games. We have the Resident Evil series. Starting from 0, we could do it from from 0 to 0 to 8. Including Revelations and Revelations 2. So there's also that. There is also Middle Earth, Shadow of War, and Shadow of Mordor to do. There's Hollow Knight to finish. There's Danganronpa 2 and 3 to do. 2 and V3 to do. There's also Bokura that I would like to do, but I would have to have a second player to play that with. There's also Horizon Zero Dawn to do. I'm just like scrolling down through my games list. We could revisit XCOM the third XCOM game. I wasn't crazy into it, but we could, but if fate allows, we could go back into XCOM Chimera Squad. I mean, there's so many games in the backlog. But that is all. We're gonna end stream here. Unfortunately, I can't go back to the main menu until this is done. Okay, back to the title. Back to the title, and don't save. Okay, and I used to raid a lot, right? I used to raid all the game, every time I stream, but I think I don't want to I don't want to try to be clout chasing, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I want to just stream for the sake of streaming, right? I don't want to force anyone to go watch someone else's stream that I raid, and like when I'm probably not gonna end up watching for the whole time either. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. And then like once I end stream, you are all free to watch whoever else you want. Like I don't have to guide you to anywhere. Y'all have your own preferred streams to watch as well. So it's all hunky dory to me. So everyone, I hope everyone has a great day, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. And as always, please remember to take care of yourselves and